About a year and a half ago, I attended a meal at Noma with some friends. And during that meal, I met their head of fermentation, Kevin Young. He came out to greet us and express his affection for my beer Extra Dry. Since then, we stayed friends. And when they were doing their pop-up in Kyoto, I noticed that they were working with this green rice that they discovered in Japan. At the end of their pop-up, I had a bunch of cases of Stillwater beer sent to the crew as a congratulations. And upon their return, Kevin had sent a bag of the green rice for me to experiment with. All right, let me figure out how to best cook this rice. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna taste. We're here in my home in West Seattle on the Puget Sound, and we're gonna brew up a little 5-gallon batch of Extra Green. And we're looking for 150 Fahrenheit because we need that temperature activates the enzymes in the grains and converts the starch into sugar. So the test batch appears to be done. It's chewy, nutty, slightly grassy. It's interesting. We get the water boiling, we get the rice in there, we get the malt at temperature, and then we'll combine everything. This was the original Stillwater brew kettle from back in Baltimore. Funny enough, I believe I purchased it online from a homebrew shop in Seattle about 15 or 20 years ago. We are going to use this for today's experiment, but it's a little bulky and a little heavy to be toting up and down for flights of stairs. So we got the smaller pot for a smaller batch. So it's not the fluffiest rice. As I said, this is more set up to go in the mash. So this should work just fine. Dude, it's happening. This is going way smoother than I anticipated. So now we're filtering out the mash. It's called Vorloff, decapturing the sweet wort. So we're about at the end of the boil. In about 10 minutes, we'll shut off the flame. We'll add the last addition of hops, give it a spin to kind of get everything settled down in the middle. Then we'll cool it down, transfer it out into a fermenter, pitch the yeast, find a nice comfortable place for it to rest, and let it do its thing. I'm doing this to oxygenate the beer. Yeast need oxygen prior to get through fermentation. But post-fermentation, you want no contact with oxygen. This is a way of measuring the density of the wort. I think we're good. This way we can oxygenate it more as it's going into the fermenter. Sounds of beer, before and after. Since I don't necessarily have a cellar in this house, I think this little nook in the stairwell should suffice. And we wait. It's a typical Stillwater construction of dry beer, expressive yeast, delicate additions of hops. Nothing crazy is going into this because we're just trying to express this green rice. I think it's a beer in between something like Extra Dry and Cellar Door.